into contact with a very high blow. Thurrock do retain possession of the ball. Although Letchworth to rip the ball away, unfortunately the referees brought it back for an earlier infringement by Letchworth. That was for coming in by Letchworth. Thank you. Always helpful. Thurrock once again knocking on possession. Unfortunately, his long run has been brought to an abrupt end by Harry Reynolds. Worth do a fantastic over the pitch.
It's on.
Fantastic display of rugby, but unfortunately that was a knock-on by Letchworth. It was an unfortunate mistake. Close to Thurrock's try line.
Team sheet again. I'm streaming the ladies' game from Thurrock.
Unfortunately, the main commentator is not able to join us at the game today. He is unfortunately snowed in Wales. As I'm sure people saw over the weekend, there was an abundance of snow in the country. And yeah, unfortunately that has hindered his ability to get here. Very dominant scrum from Letchworth, although Thurrock managed to hold on to the ball, almost getting the referee run over in the first place. A beautiful kick from Thurrock that doesn't quite go into touch. Run straight back at Thurrock and kick back into their half. Thurrock were just unable to get under that ball properly and hold possession of it. So that has given Letchworth the advantage in their half. They are lining up for another scrum. The women's game yesterday was instead of today's game, so I will repeat the team sheets in a little bit. This time Thurrock do better to hold their ground. However, unfortunately, where the ground is a little bit slippery today, their boots just were not digging in enough. Harry Reynolds does well to hold on to the player with the ball. They continue to run straight at the Thurrock defence, trying to find a weakness. The referee comes back for an earlier offside by Thurrock, giving the penalty to Letchworth once again.
And that's always the fastest person to... That's the referee. The principals are still the same.
This time Letchworth are dominating the line out. It's again putting Thurrock on the defence. Letchworth are using Thurrock's own move against them by driving further towards the try line with their maul. I think they've fallen just short of it. And the referee has awarded Thurrock with a penalty.
Jesus Christ, man.
And Thurrock execute a very nice kick straight into the car park of the club, and they'll be starting another line out, but still unfortunate for them in their own half. This time Tanny Loka goes straight up in the line out and takes the ball. This time Thurrock try running through the middle of the pack, hoping there'll be a bit of distraction. And a bit of a caterpillar ruck seems to be forming to prepare for the kick, which once again goes into the car park straight away, so it is brought back again for another line out. Once again get it out into the backs of the game. Unfortunately, repeat Thurrock's early mistake and not being able to hold on to the ball when catching, although the referee doesn't seem to have seen the knock-on. Letchworth continue to power on. This time Thurrock have got the infringement and it is for another knock-on. While they are setting up the scrum, I will once again repeat the teams for today. So the Thurrock team is Frank Wright, Dan Olf, Aaron Antrobus, Tanny Loka, Jay Jennings, James Roger, Caelan Watts-Adams, Ben Timpson, captain for today, Eddie Stevens, Dan Stone, Harry Reynolds, Ben Stanley, Angus Paul, Alfie Bailey and Niall Clifford, with their finishers Ant Catchpole and Tom Wileman and Callum Pluck. Richard Stokes, Adam Amos, with William Titherington, Samson Massey, Richard Streets and Joshua Stadden. Hopefully I will not have to repeat the team for a third time, and that should be it for today. Once again, Letchworth have dominated the scrum to the nth degree. So Thurrock have managed to take possession of the ball and put Letchworth into defence. Letchworth have turned over the ball and do well to get the ball out to the backs. Excellent kick from Letchworth, straight into touch, further into the Thurrock half. Although the referee appears to be bringing the play back. Line out will be taken much closer to the halfway line, most likely to Thurrock's happiness. Watts-Adams manages to steal the ball out of the grasp of Letchworth, but unfortunately it was knocked on by his teammate, which has given Letchworth the scrum. I'm sure the team of forwards are dreading every scrum in this game, as they appear to be picking mud out of their boots, trying to get a bit more stability to be able to drive the countering team off of the ball. Once again, Letchworth appeared very used to these conditions and using it very strongly against Thurrock, and unfortunately Thurrock are just sliding back, as you can no doubt see. I believe that is Caelan Watts-Adams. His boots are just not digging into the ground enough. The referee awards the penalty to Letchworth. No doubt they'll be planning to kick as deep into the Thurrock half as they can. And that they have. Letchworth takes hold of the ball with ease, although the throw did seem a little bit wayward. But nevertheless, they continue to run at the Thurrock's defence with much strength and determination. A fantastic offload from Letchworth, which has awarded them a try. I was incorrect earlier with the previous Thurrock try. That was for some reason disallowed, which I'm not too sure why. But that will be the first try of the game, and that will be to Letchworth.
Great work, Lech! You're very good at this.
An excellent conversion made by Letchworth, which now brings the score of the game to 7-0. With it taking around 15-20 minutes for Letchworth to score, that is obviously still a point of happiness for Thurrock. Shows that how far they have come within this season, even with the injuries and the absences, which is always amazing to see when a team really gels together, especially with a lot of people sort of moving about. It's always good to see.
Should do.
We'll go straight to the hands of Letchworth.
Straight top.
Does well to hold on to the ball, even with the grip of one hand. Letchworth have clearly identified that the wings are a good advantage for them. Although their opposite numbers are very strong tacklers and are managing to bring them to a halt before they get too far. So Thurrock have been awarded the penalty. Although they make a very good kick, unfortunately it goes dead and does not leave the pitch. So we'll bring it back for a scrum to Letchworth. It would be nice to see a up close the scrum.
Again, lads.
Come back up, clearly he's unhappy with the set of the scrum. So once again, Letchworth have dominated this scrum. So they appear to have a very strong set of forwards. They swiftly get out to the backs, once again attacking on the wing. An excellent pass at speed. But Thurrock just bring it short, a few metres of the line.
It was street.
Letchworth continued to fight on, closer and closer edging to the try line. Although Thurrock appear to have held up that try with probably their last breath after chasing that very fast run. Nonetheless, they're most likely hoping to get back down the other end of the pitch as soon as possible.
First position is just too tall. You're going to be that tall, you've really got to...
Once again, the ball has not gone into touch, which allows for Letchworth to once again run at the Thurrock defence. A fantastic bit of rugby sees Letchworth through the Thurrock defence and to get the second try of the game. It was very well seen by the Letchworth player, managed to offload to a blind spot of some of the Thurrock players, which allowed him a straight route through to the try line. Why did the first try foul? Letchworth set up for their second conversion of the game. Thurrock look on. Excellent kick, a little bit high, but nonetheless he has scored the points for his team, which now brings it to 14-0 to Letchworth. Thurrock once again going straight to the hands. Letchworth execute a very nice dummy run, although Thurrock are denying them gaining any ground. Letchworth have done a very beautiful kick, putting them back in the Thurrock half. Another line out for Thurrock. Letchworth are a little bit early with putting their player up in the air, so Thurrock easily take the ball and run straight into contact.
Get flat.
Letchworth do well to put pressure onto Thurrock, which has ordered them very nicely with a knock-on by Thurrock and giving them another scrum. Thurrock have clearly seen that they're struggling in the scrum with the lack of grip, so instead of trying to gain ground, by the looks of it, they're just trying to maintain their ground to stop themselves from sliding.
Play short. Short play.
Letchworth execute an absolutely perfect pass straight to a player with nobody guarding them, and that has allowed them to gain several metres and get the ball to a very open winger on the left side. Unfortunately, it's just pushed into touch by the Thurrock players.
Come on!
Another line out straight to the hands of Tanny Loka from Thurrock. Thurrock no doubt preparing for a kick that will come straight out to me. Although it doesn't probably get the distance that Thurrock wanted, it has at least relieved a little bit of pressure off of them and pushed Letchworth back several metres. This time it will be a Letchworth throw, and no doubt Thurrock will be wanting to get to the ball first, and Jay Jennings has managed to do that and drive forwards. Thurrock maintain possession of the ball very nicely as they move it down to the other side of the pitch and reset their forwards. This time it was a fantastic kick by Thurrock, straight into space, but unfortunately the referee has called it back. Although Thurrock have still been awarded the penalty. This time Thurrock will be looking to kick into touch as far downfield as they can. Although the kick didn't initially go into touch, the Letchworth player has just nudged it into touch, awarding Thurrock with the line out, which displays them very nicely into the Letchworth half. The captain in the ruck. Unfortunately, the ball is lost in the contact for Thurrock, and Letchworth once again have possession. Letchworth make quick work of running the ball down the line to their winger once again, attacking on the far right side.
Shot up the hill. Take him on. Take him on. You're done.
Unfortunately, that throw went just awry, although that has not stopped Letchworth whatsoever.
Now bring it on. Now bring it on.
Letchworth have seen a weak link in the chainmail with Thurrock, and have once again run through and scored their third try of the game. That now brings the score to 21-0. I think someone might have jumped the gun a bit there with the conversion. I'm getting this information from their scoreboard. Now the score will be showing the right number of 21, as Letchworth have once again got their conversion. So Letchworth seem to be very good at aiming for right between the posts, making it a much easier day for their conversion taker. No doubt they will be looking to be back on the attack as soon as that. Once again, the ball goes to the Letchworth hands. I believe Thurrock's kicker has a bit of a favourite for that player, although this time, unfortunately, they are unable to keep hold of the ball, which has resulted in a knock-on and a Thurrock scrum. Thurrock do well to hold their ground for this scrum. A little bit unclear what has happened here. So Letchworth made a valiant attempt to change that. Excellent hands from Thurrock, which has resulted in a knock-on by Letchworth, awarding them with the penalty for the infringement. A lovely kick by Thurrock puts them even further into the Letchworth half, and no doubt they'll be hoping for a try in exchange for the amazing amount of effort they've been putting in this half. Once again, straight to the hands of Tanny Loker from Thurrock. The Thurrock attempt to drive them all on once again. And slowly but surely they are gaining the ground they want. But the mortar has been collapsed and Thurrock have been awarded the penalty. And for back chatting, it looks like Letchworth have been walked back 10. Thurrock have kicked into touch and brought themselves further down the line. Thurrock take the ball and once again set up their maul. So he's moving very rapidly and Captain Ben Timpson manages to find an out. Thurrock very quickly starts their attacking line once again. Thurrock continue with a very rapid attack on Letchworth's defence. Letchworth have taken possession of the ball and managed to turn it over. Although the referee has brought it back for a knock-on by Thurrock, awarding Letchworth with the penalty. Once again, Letchworth drive Thurrock back further and further, with them just being unable to stick into the ground at all. Fair advantage. Now Thurrock have awarded the advantage as they were offside. Identified the overlap and tried to get it out to the wing. So there appears to have been a knock-on, however the referee has brought it back once again for an earlier infringement. This time Letchworth opt to run it into contact rather than kick. So it seemed like a very good option. Letchworth immediately attack the number 8. I'm not quite sure what that infringement is. Thurrock do very well to kick it off the pitch and much closer to the Letchworth line. Once again with ease, Thurrock are dominating the lineouts as Letchworth didn't put anyone up. The game does seem to be a very forward-dominated game, and with the number of scrums and lineouts, however, it's good to see that both teams at least have a preference for one of the two. Very well driven by Thurrock as they continue to drive on, hoping to drive it closer and score a try, although Letchworth have successfully executed the turnover and are once again running straight back at Thurrock. Letchworth very quickly kick it off the pitch to call the end of the half. The tensions are possibly rising, so it's probably a good time to call the half. So at the moment, the league leaders and champions are reform. And welcome back. In the second half of the game of Letchworth versus Thurrock, and at the moment the score is 21-0 to Letchworth. I've twice been interrupted trying to read this little bit of information, so this time the sound won't cut out again. So today, obviously, Thurrock are playing league leaders and champions Letchworth, and was the world's first garden city, based on the idea of a peaceful path to reform. The aim was to provide a new town to avoid urban squalor. Citizens would be able to facilities, environmental benefits, and the rugby club was formed in 19 when Arthur Lamb declared that no town should be, which I'm sure everybody watching the current ground was the brainchild of a group of ex-players, including Bill Howes, and Letchworth have had two brilliant seasons, winning. Last year they won all of their league games, and this season they've been head. However, Thurrock have also been exceptional in 2023, even with a raft of injuries and absences, and sadly their winning streak was brought to an end last week. However, Thurrock have scored their first try of the game. My apologies, I just about caught that. So that'll be their first try of the game, no longer being at 0 points, bring it to 21-5. Unfortunately, Thurrock are probably mourning their loss of their excellent 15 player, Reece Cotter, who is not playing today. But no doubt this will still be an excellent kick from Thurrock. Hopefully will score them the extra 2 points that would be quite beneficial. My apologies, the batteries were being changed. Yeah. At times, sadly, the kick did not quite make the conversion, although it was an amazing attempt from Harry Reynolds. And no doubt they'll be aiming a little bit closer to the post with their tries to try and give him a bit of help. However, we've once again kicked off, and we are back in the Thurrock half. Letchworth on the attack once again. Throw goes a little bit towards the Thurrock side, however they managed to fix their error and make an excellent run straight towards they're once again back on the attack. They've once again noticed an overlap with a larger number of players on the far side. Defend to try and get an advantage and take possession of the ball once again. Be the first try of this half of the game, bring the score to 26-5.
At least 3 yards. It's right time.
Sucks. Time kick won't be directly in front of the post. They had to go a little to the left side. Their try. Thurrock chased down the and they once again secured the 2 extra points. Once again, Thurrock kick off, but they do very well to chase their kick and put pressure straight onto Letchworth. Although Letchworth still find a way to get through the gap of Thurrock, although the referee has called it back for a penalty. It seems to be a accidental offside, which will be a scrum down with the Thurrock in possession of the ball. This half, Thurrock appeared to have found their stability within the scrum. Back into the blender, making them they've kicked it, although it still remains in their half.
Sleep.
By Letchworth. Now once again Thurrock defence.
Once again, well done.
And are doing very well to execute a set piece of passing the ball straight back into where it just came from, obviously causing a bit of confusion and to their advantage, they are pushing ever further forward. Try saying that 3 times fast. for a fleeting moment there, as if Thurrock was going to be the one pushing off of the ball in the scrum. Unfortunately, Letchworth have once again found their feet.
Can we have the match ball?
So Thurrock have brought it to just shy of the line. They've once again conceded another penalty and awarding it to Letchworth.
Let's just these headphones.
Setting up for another scrum. Once again, Letchworth push on, and this has brought them to another try. My apologies, we seem to be having a bit of issues at the moment. Hopefully it'll get soon. Once again, Letchworth are successful with 100% successful kicking. I'll brought the score up to 33-5, which I believe will be changing 5-5.
Tight on him.
Letchworth perform an excellent miss pass, although unfortunately the success of it wasn't probably quite what they wanted. And Thurrock have been rewarded with the penalty. No doubt they're quite relieved by this, as they are once again in the Letchworth half.
Who said coffee sauce? Coffee sauce. 2 tries a season.
All out of the scrum. It back. Unfortunately, Letchworth appeared to have an injury. Not quite sure what it is, possibly a hamstring. Getting his boot taped. Once again, Letchworth proved that they are dominant in the scrums. They very nearly lost it in the scrum there, letting the scrum get away from them and leaving the ball unattended. Although that was an excellent pass to the winger, although that was a very high tackle by Thurrock, and the referee has seen that and has awarded the advantage to Letchworth. Letchworth have been very quick on that ball and seen the gap, taken the advantage and scored yet another try. To Letchworth.
Great, ever ambitious, you? That's great.
Once again, Letchworth have scored their try right in front of the post, making it a much easier kick for their kicker. With ease, once again, he is converted, therefore bringing the score to 42-5 to Letchworth. Thurrock have made an amazing effort to get to the ball and score a surprise try. I think Letchworth were a little bit clocked off, and Thurrock have taken advantage of that, seen the opportunity and have scored the try, which has brought their score upwards to 10-42. I was, I think, quite a surprise to all players on the field as well as the spectators, but obviously Thurrock will be quite happy with that. Although it has still made Harry Reynolds' difficult kick even more difficult with the angle of it as a right-footed kicker. So it is an amazing attempt at the kick and very close. Unfortunately, it's just gone slightly right, and Thurrock remain at 10 points.
You went round it. They smile. Right, see the wheelie bit, Harper?
Thurrock, and Thurrock do well to maintain possession of the ball.
Oh, come on! Get your tackling done.
And Thurrock have been given an advantage, I believe, for a high tackle by Letchworth. Thurrock was very close to a line break, however, Letchworth were just in time to stop it. And the referee brings it back for the advantage for the high tackle. An excellent kick from Thurrock goes well into the Letchworth half, resulting with the ball being stranded on the roof. This time Thurrock have won the line out. I believe that's Caelan Watts-Adams. He's done a huge. They are steadily gaining ground. Excellent jink from Harry Reynolds that has got him through the Letchworth defence, and he has scored another try for Thurrock. So that now brings it to Thurrock 15, Letchworth 42, and no doubt Thurrock is very happy with that try. It'd be excellent to see Harry convert his own try, but once again he's made it difficult for himself with the angle, but obviously we wish him the best of luck with it.
They weren't very polite.
Once again, the kick has gone just right of the post, leaving the score at 15-42. No doubt Thurrock will be gunning for that fourth try to secure them the bonus point for this game.
I told you don't crawl around on the floor.
This time it is Caelan Watts-Adams that takes the ball. Thurrock is setting up for one of their set moves. Letchworth are preparing for a possibly imminent kick, and there we have it. The ball went straight into touch, and the referee has brought it back for a scrum. Letchworth make a change.
Well done, mate.
Oh, my apologies, it's not a scrum, it's a line out. Tips of Jay Jennings, and Letchworth managed to keep hold of the ball, although the referee has brought it back once again. I believe he might not have thought that the throw was straight. So this will be a Thurrock throw. This time Thurrock is successful. An excellent pass from captain Ben Timpson. Unfortunately, it has resulted in another high tackle from Letchworth, awarding Thurrock the advantage. There was an excellent pass from Caelan Watts-Adams, straight to the hands of his teammate. And once again, Harry Reynolds attempts another run. Unfortunately, it's brought just short by Letchworth. Luckily, the Thurrock player Harry Reynolds seems to be up and walking, so we should be able to carry on with the game with the ball in Thurrock's possession. And, no doubt they will be kicking into touch to try and gain as much advantage as they can with the ground. This time going straight to the hands of Jay Jennings. He very swiftly goes up and then comes back down with the ball in his hands, and Thurrock continued to push their maul further towards the line. This time Thurrock have opted to get the ball out to their backs, although Letchworth have done very well to stop the process. Thurrock seems to run back inside and Thurrock are doing well to move the ball through as many hands as they possibly can. Take it back to the wings. Thurrock are awarded the penalty for Letchworth having their hands in the ruck. Thurrock have once again kicked into touch. This time Letchworth have won their line out, much to Thurrock's dismay. Although Thurrock seem to have maintained hold of the ball. Sorry, there's quite a few people in the way, I can't really see. Jay Jennings runs it back into contact, although Letchworth needs to release him as he's knees. Thurrock managed to perform an excellent set movement and get it out to the wing, although there appears to be a forward there instead of a winger. And Thurrock have been given an advantage once again. Again, we have a Thurrock line out. This time it goes over the line out, but still goes straight back to Thurrock hands. Letchworth no doubt getting a little bit antsy as Thurrock push on. Thurrock do well to move the ball once again down the line, but they are brought to a stop. The referee appears to be having a word with Letchworth. Thurrock once again have kicked into touch, this time on the other side of the pitch. Once again, Thurrock take the ball from the line-up with ease and run very hard into the Letchworth defence, who come back just as fiercely, although Thurrock seem to have a severe determination to get this final try if they don't manage to get another. And they do manage to get this one, and that has seen them to get the bonus point for this game. So no doubt they'll be very happy to go home with either way with the outcome of the game, and that brings them to 20-42. This game has been very progressive, specifically for Thurrock, as they have obviously gradually amounted to the current score, which is always good to see that a team doesn't lose determination throughout the game.
Great line out. You did okay?
This time, unfortunately, the ball has gone left of the post. There's still quite a wide kick for Thurrock to take. But nonetheless, the game will resume at 42-20. gone for a very high ball, although Jay Jennings has caught it quite excellently. His catch is not a word. The referee has somewhere seen a penalty against Thurrock. Not quite sure what for. Letchworth have kicked very nicely just before the try line in the Thurrock half, although I think there's some complaints about a potential punch to the head by Letchworth to Thurrock. Letchworth have very easily taken that line out, as the ball went straight to their hands and seemed to be scrambling towards the try line. Letchworth once again have the advantage of taking the penalty. Letchworth are no doubt very pleased that they have been awarded with a scrum, as they have been quite dominant this game. This time Thurrock have somehow managed to end up with the ball out of that scrum, although the referee has called it back for another Letchworth penalty. And Letchworth have tried to take the ball and score the try, although the referee did call for a scrum. I'm not quite sure how that is counted as a try. So that has now taken the score to 47. I think I'll have to have a look at a rule book for that one, personally. It appears that it will be the final kick of the game, and these will be the closing points. Letchworth have finished the game. I believe they got that conversion, although the flags did not show. And so the score remains 40-20 to Letchworth. It was a very evenly matched game in terms of skill and, well, the rewards they gained from them. However, obviously, Letchworth have come out victorious, although Thurrock should be holding their heads high with an excellent performance, especially with the difference. However, that is the last game for Thurrock. Congratulations to them for a game well played, and congratulations to Letchworth. Tomorrow the Thurrock ladies team will be at Beckenham. I believe that is a 2:30 kickoff, and we will be live streaming that as well. But well done to both sides today, and we will see you tomorrow.